This is the Halo65 HE, NuPhy's first magnetic keyboard to join their popular LED-heavy, full-profile Halo lineup. For the sake of full disclosure, this keyboard was sent to me by NuPhy, but as always, they had no say in the video content, so I'll do my best to share everything that I like and perhaps dislike about this keyboard. That said, let's get into it. The Halo65 HE is a compact 65% 67-key magnetic keyboard that you can configure with either heavier 40 to 60 gram force linear magnetic coral switches for $100 USD or lighter 36 to 50 gram force linear Jade Pros for $110. My keyboard came with the Jade Pros. That said, you can always use the link and promo code that I'll leave in the video description to save a little bit and get a discount on this keyboard while also supporting this channel. Other than switch selection though, there aren't many options to choose from with the Halo65 HE, as it's currently only available in this gray body color with gray, white, and orange cherry profile PBT dye-sublimated keycaps. Though you can add on extras at the time of purchase, like additional keycap sets or this two-tone acrylic wrist rest. I was sent a set of the cherry profile polycarbonate Canopus shine through keycaps, which have nice big character legends that pair with the south-facing RGB backlight, though it's worth noting that they come with a standard spacebar rather than the NuPhy Ghost Bar, which is a little disappointing. Like NuPhy's other magnetic keyboards, the Halo65 HE only has a wired connection mode, as it's targeting a gaming audience, so they prioritize speed. This connection pulls at 8000 Hz with a 2500 Hz PCB scanning rate and a reported 0.3 milliseconds of total latency. Externally, the Halo65 HE retains the aluminum case top and column motif cut into the ABS plastic base that we've come to expect from the Halo lineup, with these halves being separated by a continuous Halo light strip that encircles the case. We also get the standard NuPhy light bar on the top left corner of the case, which signals important information like whether or not the caps lock is enabled and which mode is currently activated. Speaking of which, the Halo65 HE has a 3-mode toggle selection on the back left, which allows you to quickly toggle between different profiles that you can configure using the NuPhy I/O software. By default, these are set to Mac, Windows, and Gaming, though their key remapping and actuation settings can be set up independently for different games or softwares that you use. Aside from the NuPhy branding cut into the case's top right corner, there are also a few playful phrases printed in white text on the front and right sides of the keyboard case, which honestly I could do without, but I don't really notice them too much while using the keyboard with its palm rest, so I guess it's okay. On the back side, we find a simple NuPhy emblem centered above a small mirror finish badge and more of the horizontal column motif. We also get kickstand style feet that elevate the Halo65 HE from its default 5-degree tilt to 8.5 degrees or a wild 12.5 degrees. Personally, I like the moderate 8.5 position for most of my productivity work. As with the standard Halo lineup, the magnetic version is sadly not meant to be opened up for internal modification, as the company has sealed the case connection with snap lock mechanisms. This makes more sense for the magnetic lineup, as the top-mounted and aluminum plate construction has been chosen specifically for its rigidity to allow for fine-tuning of the Hall effect switches, but it's still a little disappointing if you're an enthusiast. That said, the Halo65 HE has a thick layer of pour-on foam between the PCB and plate, as well as a secondary foam layer and silicone pad fitting into the bottom of the case. Let's have a listen to how it sounds compared to the standard mechanical Halo75 V2 that I've previously reviewed. Overall, the stiff construction and aluminum plate give the Halo65 HE a crisper and higher frequency tone compared to the palm plate and gasket mounting system in the standard Halo V2 keyboards. Personally, I prefer the more marbly sound of the standard lineup, but honestly, the Halo65 HE with Jade Pro switches sounds and feels very quick. The last thing worth mentioning is NuPhy.io, the company's web-based firmware configurator that allows you to unlock the analog benefits of this magnetic keyboard. Here, we find 4 layers associated with each of the 3 modes, so plenty of room for key remapping, including the ability to add macros that you record in the macro recording tab. Unfortunately, these can only be set by recording, not syntax editing, but that's better than nothing. NuPhy makes up for this somewhat though, by offering a variety of advanced magnetic key features that can be accessed by right-clicking on the key from the key binding tab. These include dynamic keystroke, mod tap, toggle key, rapid shift, SOCD, and hyper tap. Just keep in mind that some games may boot or ban players for using advanced augmentations like these. Moving to the trigger settings tab, we have the ability to set the actuation point, dead zones, and rapid trigger settings of each key individually or in groups, in increments as fine as 20 microns. We also get a nice key press visualizer, which can be handy when you're trying to decide just how shallow you should set your actuation point. Above this, the switch selection tab suggests that the Halo65 HE is compatible with more than just the Coral and Jade Pro switches, as there are 5 switches currently visible. NuPhy.io also has a lighting configurator for altering the keyboard backlight as well as the halo light. And as with most NuPhy keyboards, the lighting is generally exceptional, offering a good variety of default effects that are plenty bright. Beyond this, you also have the ability to change settings that will be locked to whichever mode you're configuring. For example, the keyboard polling rate. And you can also access firmware updates directly from the main settings page. All things considered, I think NuPhy.io is one of the best firmware configurators available for magnetic keyboards, as it is feature-rich yet intuitive to explore. After using the Halo65 HE for the better part of the last month, I've really come to enjoy this keyboard. As I've gotten into the keyboard hobby, my interests have shifted to smaller and smaller form factors, but I think this 65% layout, paired with magnetic switches, might be the sweet spot, because it's very compact, but its 3 modes, paired with the Hall effect controls like mod tap, allow me to control much more than I otherwise would be able to. I would love to see a second version that includes Bluetooth and radio frequency connection modes for when I'm doing productivity work on the go, but I understand why this gaming first keyboard is wired only. But what do you think? Is there something missing from NuPhy's Halo65 HE, or is it everything that you've been looking for? If so, don't forget to use my affiliate link and promo code to save some money while also supporting this channel if you decide to pick one up. Otherwise, if you found this video interesting, please hit the like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.